We're painting this bed for Odelia's room. It's gonna be done in DIY vintage linen, and I'm using my spray gun. I've been hoarding this bed in my garage for a long time. It had about 1 inch of dust on it, and I'm glad I did because it is going to be beautiful in her room. Because it's going up against the floral wallpaper, we're going to do a neutral color. We're using vintage linen by DIY. It's a white that pulls just a little bit gray, but in the right light, it looks just like an off-white. It's a really pretty color. If you need a full video on how to spray DIY paint, I'll have Zeb drop that link for you, so that way you can get all the ins and outs. We're going to be distressing this bed, but we're also going to be distressing these nightstands. If you watch our Saturday Night Lives, which actually this last week was Wednesday because we're going out of town, you would have seen us hand paint these with Apothecary. We did wind up having to use a little bit of shellac on the top because we had some rings that were from like bleed through coming through, and then we put more Apothecary. But now everything's ready to be distressed. Even though it's different colors, I'm gonna do a similar distressing style so it has a cohesive look. I get asked about distressing a lot. A lot of people use hand sanding, some people use wet distress. For the most part, all my distressing is done with my sander for 2 reasons. One, I really like the random look that it gets, and I like the orbital for that because the regular sander kind of leaves squiggles and looks streaky. And I use 220 sandpaper. That's really important. If you find that 220 is too much, you can go higher up in your sandpaper. I just barely go over my piece. I don't like push on it unless I'm having a hard time getting the paint off, and then I can gauge how hard I want to actually distress with my sander. Okay, so flat surfaces is one thing. I kind of try to take off the edges and then I softly go over it so I don't like get splotches, and I'll get off little chunks and stuff that were maybe left from whatever, I didn't clean it good, but I just want it to be smooth. But spindles are a little bit different. So when I do a spindle, I don't go like this because then you just get very flat distressing. I take my orbital, and I'm doing it so soft because it comes off really fast, and I'm going side to side. Anytime you have a round piece, that's how you're gonna distress it. You don't do this. I am all out of DIY wax because they sell so much. I can't keep it in stock. My order's coming in this afternoon, but I'm gonna be long gone by the time my wax comes in. Lucky for me, I have some Sweet Pickins beeswax. It's an equally amazing wax. It smells super delicious. Can you smell that? It's kind of like citrusy and yummy. It's good. And the only difference between, I feel like between this and the DIY wax is this does take a little bit longer to get like ready to buff. You do need to wait a full 24 hours and then this will be ready to buff. The DIY wax, you should wait 24 hours too, but usually it's good overnight. So we're doing wax on everything because the nightstands had some bleed through, and I'm worried that if I liquid seal it with like Big Top or Sweet Pickins top coat that I'll get more bleed through. So if I wax it, it kind of eliminates additional bleed through, and I want everything to have a similar sheen. So the bed's getting waxed and the nightstands are getting waxed, and it'll all be pretty and soft and beautiful.
There we go.
Okay. Alright, make sure your corners stay straight on the dust ruffle.
Yep.
kids never make their beds, right? Odelia either like doesn't make it or she sleeps on top of the blankets because she doesn't want to make it. So luckily we hooked up with Beddy's and they sent us this queen size bedding. It's the Goldie polka dot. It's amazing. We'll put the link in the description below and we'll do some more reviews on it when we actually do the room tour and tell you more about it and if she likes it and all that kind of good stuff. It goes on your bed. It's a blanket sheet all in one, and to make it all you have to do is zip up the sides and done.
Oh, this is cool. It's kind of like a whole big sheet
It's like
comforter.
a fitted sheet.
Oh my goodness, if this is how easy it is, I need this for our bed.
I don't know if they make king size.
Did they not?
It says
All
on
the
side
kids
that
need them.
You kidding me?
Kidding me right now? And then it's got the minky fabric in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got like an extra little thing so it covers you up. Really soft sheet. Look, feel that. So I really like the way that these nightstands tie in with the removable wallpaper that we got from Rocky Mountain Wall Decals. I think the whole thing is kind of tying together. I'm really glad we went with a classic white bed. We've got a lot of pattern, colors, design going on, and the bed itself is pretty ornate, so the white allows the design to just have a little bit of rest. For this room renovation, Odelia is probably most excited about the wall vinyl and the Beddy's bedding, but I'm super excited about the Jiffy steamer. It's one of those things that all my married life I've wanted. When we're getting ready for church on Sunday, I hate ironing. I hate when I take things out of the package and it's all wrinkled. It's not like you want to sit there and iron it. And I feel like curtains are really awkward to iron, as is bedding. I reached out to Jiffy Steamer and they sent me this amazing steamer. We've been actually using it for a few weeks on Sundays to get ready for church, and it is a total time saver for a large family. I'm also excited on my redesigns that before I take my pictures and I get things ready, I can get all the wrinkles out with ease. So I'll show you how it works. You can use it on beddings, curtains, clothing, really any kind of fabric that can hold up to steam. And the nice thing is all you have to do is just take this wand and you're just gonna come across your fabric and it just pulls those wrinkles right out. All right, so you can see here is where I've steamed it, completely wrinkle free, and this is what this dust ruffle looked like before. So if you can't find me, I might just be hanging out here enjoying the bedroom.
This happens every time we do a makeover for the girls.
It's my new favorite space. Well, I live vicariously through them, and it makes me happy. I try to design for them what I would have wanted at their age. So.
And they've made good decisions too, picking a couple things out. We've let them help a little bit.
I had to switch the bedding because it clashed with the wall vinyl, so we may have to switch up that light that we did, but that's part of design. You know, some people go to school for design and they can like map it all out. They know exactly what they want. I'm not a designer by nature. I usually start with a few key elements and start layering things in, and sometimes you just have to change things along the way. You have to be fluid.
Yeah, our layering is looking good. I'm liking it.
You like the polka dots and the florals?
You know, it's gold and white, so it doesn't, it's not like bright pink in my face, so I'm all right.
Special thanks to Beddy's and Jiffy Steamer. We're going to drop their links below in case you're interested in those products. They are amazing. They didn't pay me to say that, but they are. I'm really excited to see Odelia's room look clean most of the time because making her bed is going to be super easy. In our room reveal video where we show everything, I'll go into more depth so you can really see how this bedding system works. For the bed and the nightstands, the products we used were Vintage Linen by DIY Paint, Apothecary by DIY Paint, and we used the Sweet Pickins Beeswax. All those products can be purchased at JamiRayVintage.com.
So next up, we're going to be putting some things on the walls, some decor and some shelves so that she has a place to put her books and her trophies from dance and things like that. And then we've also got a chair we need to paint. And what else? What else are we doing?
I think we're going to put a mirror in here. We're going to keep it pretty minimal.
Curtains.
Oh yeah, and curtains. Odelia's a little bit of a clutter bug, so I'm hoping if I can help her keep it minimal, it'll be easier to clean. And a little hint that we're going to be bringing some Star Wars in. She loves Star Wars. So make sure you hit that notifications button so you don't miss our next few videos and the final room reveal that will be happening next week.
So in one of the next videos, I'm going to be building a corbel shelf for her books and things. And we're thinking chippy white, but comment if you think we should do a color, because we got a lot of color on this wall, but the wall behind us that you can't see right now is just stark bare white, and so we might need to add something to that.
Let us know if you think we should do white, apothecary, or pink to carry that pink across the room, or what you think. You guys weighed in on our live video, and most people voted for the gold polka dots for the bedding. That's what we went with, so we really value your opinion. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY.